As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Welcome to another episode of Random Recommendations. I'm your boy Enigma.
And I'm your boy Kwame. And listen, I'm about to jump in with a random recommendation of an absolute classic movie from the 90s.
Classic.
Goodfellas. So let me just come at you with it. Goodfellas. Listen, I don't even know what to say about this movie. Everybody has seen Goodfellas. Everybody and their mom has seen Goodfellas. Like the classic Martin Scorsese movie starring Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, you know, the original trilogy, them three. Like, what can you say about this movie? Like, this movie kind of set the standard for like gangster flicks.
Yes.
Even though there had been gangster flicks before this movie, but this for some reason became that benchmark that this is how it was supposed to be done. Because think about it, Godfather had come out by now. All three of them had been out by now. And that was obviously the originators. But for some reason, the way Martin Scorsese told this story, and obviously, I think the quintessential reason is Ray Liotta's voiceover.
Yes.
Ray Liotta's narration of the story is what made the movie, I think. So I think that's what made it a little bit different from all the things that we'd seen before. It just, and his way of telling the story visually with, you know, obviously you got the narration, and then obviously when he's talking about certain parts or certain people, you know, like the screen may pause on that person to explain a little bit. Like so many films took from this after that. Many films took from that after that. City of God even used that style of storytelling because it was so effective.
The whole pause and the name come up or information
name
come
up.
That's been rinsed to
Goodfellas
death.
started that, and it's just and it also, if you pay attention to the movie as well, there's hardly ever, if ever, no music playing underneath. It's constant music playing because the way Martin Scorsese directs, even says that when he writes the scripts or when the scripts are being written and they're going over it, he has music playing. He literally creates the soundtrack at the same time as he's writing. So when he's thinking of a scene, he's thinking of the song that's got to be played underneath it.
That's it.
So that's why if you notice it, you got all these 50s and 60s classic songs playing almost virtually throughout the entire movie. And it's like, and you don't realize it because you're so used to it. You don't realize that the soundtrack to this movie is actually what draws you in to the feel of the film. Because if you take away the movie is actually very different.
Yeah,
you cannot picture this movie without that music playing. It's
That's
so
true.
quintessential to the way he tells his stories, and I think it's quite a genius and singular way of telling a story. And I just think like what Goodfellas did for cinema, like, has never been matched since then. And I rate. I mean, obviously, there's been other directors that have come and done some great things, but what he did in this style of storytelling, it's been tried and duplicated for so many years since then. What is it, 30 something years, 35 years since then? And yeah, I mean, I could talk about, that's the direction side now. Talk about the performances. Like, I mean, friggin' hell. De Niro, Liotta, Pesci. Didn't Pesci get Oscar nominated for this? Or even
for
win
supporting
for this?
actor.
Like, come on, man. It's like, this guy is phenomenal. Like, Pesci's phenomenal. Like, you know, like all three of them. But to be honest, everybody, I don't want to say all three of them. Obviously, these three were the leads. And this was like Ray Liotta's first big movie as well. And he killed it, you know? And then, obviously, De Niro was De Niro. De Niro was fucking Godfather, so he was already a known name. You know, he'd been in a good few flicks. But the three of them, perfect. But I cannot think of anybody like that didn't smack. Even Paul Sorvino, you know.
I was hoping you were going to mention him. Paulie was one of my favorite characters.
Man.
Man. So well.
Love Paulie. Paul Sorvino. Lorraine Bracco as well, who plays Karen Hill.
Karen.
It's always shouting her name. Like everybody smacked it. Everybody's performance. Frankie Vincent, who's always in every fucking Scorsese movie somewhere. He just has to be. I swear they're cousins. Obviously, he always flings his mum in the movie as well. If you don't know, Scorsese's mum is who plays Tommy's mum. That's Joe Pesci's character. Plays that. That's
they go to his for kind of a impromptu late dinner type of thing.
after they killed Billy Bats, basically.
Yeah.
And he goes to take the knife, and he says,
Yeah.
"Let's sit down to dinner." And then he says, "I'm gonna take cut the hoof and the hoof." You know, yeah. And then, have you seen my picture of the pain? As a dog, yeah, dog going one way, dog going the other way. Yeah, great. Such random conversations, and a lot of things that they did in this film that a lot of people don't know, which is why I think a lot of people like it and don't realize they like it, is that a lot of the scenes were improv. So Scorsese, obviously the script is there, it's written, but then he lets the artists go. He lets the actors go.
Let them do their thing.
And let them riff sometimes. And a lot of the scenes are some of the ones that he keeps and he uses. And, these guys are really good at it. I reckon Pesci's the best at riffing in character.
Yeah.
And because even obviously the most famous scene of Goodfellas is the Joe Pesci scene in the restaurant when am I
funny to you? Am I
funny like how? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Originally that was originally not in the movie. That was Joe Pesci and that was the man them talking and ramping and Joe Pesci coming with that and it was just like, yeah, we should put that in the movie. So they improv'd it and then wrote it. Imagine that. That's how dope it is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so these guys are, when you got top actors, you know what I mean? There's a reason these guys are
different
on
levels.
You know I mean?
Different level.
But I like the freedom that Scorsese gave his actors in terms of doing that. It's like, yeah, cool, this is the scene, but now now add to it. Put yourself in it, the character in it, in the scene. And that to me is what made Goodfellas so great it's the performances. It's not just the story as well, but the performances of all these actors. So top movie, 10 out of 10, Goodfellas. If it's insane if you haven't seen this movie because you need to. It's a masterclass in storytelling, masterclass in direction, masterclass in acting. Literally, Goodfellas. Please go see it.
Yeah, defo. Dope choice. Absolutely iconic movie. It's one of those Goodfellas, Scarface, Godfather, just one of those gangster movies that you have to watch. And if you haven't watched it in a while, it has stood the test of time. Trust me on that. Just as good as it has ever been.
Literally.
Yeah. From the iconic one shot and all of that to the actual story itself. Bruv, excellent choice. Excellent choice. But people, if you have, however, your situation with Goodfellas, whatever it may be, let us know in the comments, man. Let us know who your favorite of the famous trio is. Are you a Ray Liotta fan? Are you a DeNiro, Pesci? Who's your favorite out of those three? Let us know. Did you think Samuel Jackson done the best performance in Goodfellas? I don't know. Let us know. Drop a line in the comments. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you as always. If you could drop a like and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. And as always, I've been your boy Enigma.
And I've been your boy Kwame. We've been the two men them that give you the random recommendations. Peace.